What's up guys, Avery here with Quack Rack. Today we're going to walk through how to install fender flares on a Can-Am Defender HD10. Before we get started, we're going to go over the tools and hardware that you're going to need to complete this install. For tools, you're going to need a drill with preferably a step-up bit. If you don't have a step-up bit, you'll need at least a 5/16 bit, and then you'll also need a smaller pilot bit. For tools, you'll need an 11mm wrench and socket. For the hardware that is provided, you'll have 48 push pins and two 11mm bolts with a nut and washer. We're going to start on the driver's side front of this machine. The easiest way to do this is obviously with an extra set of hands so somebody can hold the flare while the other person marks the holes. On the front flare, you're going to have an indicator down here that will show you where exactly the flare needs to line up. The indicator on the flare will line up with this groove on your Defender. Once you get the flare on your machine and set in the correct spot, have your other person mark each hole. Once you've got your holes marked, you're going to start drilling it out with your smaller pilot bit. One thing to note is the plastic down here is double layered, so whenever you get to these bottom two holes, you might want to drill it out just a little bit bigger because the push pins will be more difficult to get in. Once you've got the front flare installed, we'll move to the rear. When you're marking the holes for your rear flares, you'll want to start with the lower first. Put the lower flare up on your machine. Then you'll take the upper, you'll slide it in here. Make sure that they mate well and that you're hitting all of the brackets on the plastic as best as possible. And then you'll go through and mark your holes. When you're installing the rear flares, you may have a little bit of gapping on one or two of your brakes because there is some variance in the plastic. When you're putting it on, you'll put a few push pins on. If you notice one of your brackets is a little bit open, you'll just take a rubber mallet, you'll give it a few taps. It'll help it line everything back up. You put your push pins and you're good to go.